Lead flow is the oxygen supply for your business, but here's the thing, most businesses are starving, not getting what they need to grow and thrive. So in this video, what we're gonna do is this, we're gonna cover the 5 reasons that you might not be getting enough leads to fill your practice. Let's check it out. So listen, in order for all of this to make sense, you've got to understand there are 4 fundamental parts to your business. Number 1, lead flow. Number 2, sales. Number 3, team. Number 4, management as business. 101, you can't avoid it. I prefer the business basics because I live by these fundamentals. I live by this. Business may not be easy, but it is simple. And it's only not easy because we're humans, we're irrational, we're emotional, we love to overcomplicate things. So let's dive into the fundamentals, why lead flow is so important for you. In fact, it's vital, it's crucial, it's your oxygen supply for you as the business owner. Number 1, not enough leads equals not enough money. Business 101. If you're not getting enough leads, you're gonna feel it in your wallet. It's the most obvious clue that lead generation isn't going your way. Not enough leads means not enough new clients, not enough new patients, means not enough cash flow, means not enough profit. So running a business without enough cash is like trying to drive a car with no fuel, or if you've got an EV, well, no battery charge. You're not gonna get too far. Number 2, without lead flow, you simply cannot plan ahead in your life at all. Now this one's a really big red flag because without a steady stream of leads, you can't plan to save your life. Like planning your business growth, it becomes guesswork when you don't know where your next lead's gonna come from. It makes it really hard to budget, tough to know if you're gonna be able to afford that new team member that you really wanna hire. Tough to forecast where your revenue is gonna be in 90 days, let alone 12 months, and all kinds of important things like that, let alone retirement. Number 3, without lead flow, you can't grow your business. Now, this one pretty much speaks for itself. It's obvious. If you're not generating enough leads, growing your business and having time, money, and headspace freedom, just a pipe dream. Game over. Growth needs fuel, and that fuel is new patients and clients. If you're not constantly bringing in fresh leads, you are just treading water, and that is stressful, my friend. Now, fortunately, you can turn all of this around quickly if you know what to look out for. Now, in a lot of my content, I like to help you guys out by telling you exactly what to do, but today we're not gonna do that. Today, I thought it'd be even more helpful for me to tell you what not to do. So let's get into the 5 biggest reasons that a practice owner might be struggling to get enough leads in the first place. And that way you can avoid these. I'm gonna show you what not to do. Do not do these things. Number 1, don't have a marketing system. Now, for a surprise number of practice owners, the approach to marketing and lead gen tends to be rather passive, almost as if they're waiting magically for leads to appear rather than actively cultivating and attracting them in. And that's your responsibility to do this. But there's a fundamental truth in life and business that we can only get more of what we focus on. This principle is especially true when it comes to generating leads. Without dedicating time, resources, energy, focus, intentions, and strategy to our marketing efforts, expecting to get leads, it's not only unrealistic, it's egotistical and arrogant. It's like hoping a garden's gonna grow when you don't actually plant seeds or water it, for example. In the absence of a systemized approach to your marketing and your lead gen, we're essentially leaving our business's lifeline to chance, and that's negligent. In fact, I'm gonna say that's unethical. You shouldn't do that. Lead generation should be viewed as the oxygen that sustains the life of your business. Just as we need a consistent supply of oxygen to breathe, a business requires a continuous influx of leads to thrive. It's business 101. Yet so many fail to act on this necessity with the urgency that it demands and deserves. Now, establishing a lead gen system is not just another item on your to-do list that you can tick off. It's an imperative action that needs to be addressed as soon as possible, like right now. Without it, your practice is at a severe disadvantage, struggling for air in this hyper-competitive marketplace. And listen, nothing worthwhile is when 100% set and forget. You've got to treat your marketing system like a dynamic and evolving ecosystem. This process that adapts and it evolves. Even the most effective practices right now are constantly changing this. Now, while I'm on this subject, You need your marketing system to be measurable, allowing you to track what works and what doesn't. That's why I tell so many business owners to stop depending solely on referrals. Referrals are awesome, they're great, but if you want a data-driven approach that enables you to actually refine your strategies over time, to have control, so your lead gen isn't just consistent, but it's also measurable, effective, profitable, predictable, and under your control, you've got to make some shifts. Now, if you haven't yet established a robust system for marketing and lead gen, the time to do this is now, like right now, or 2024 could be your last year. By actively focusing on building and nurturing the system, you create a pipeline that not only feeds your business today, but also secures its growth for tomorrow. This proactive approach is what separates thriving practices from those that are merely surviving and literally going month to month. So take the necessary steps, systemize your lead gen, and your practice will grow far beyond what you thought possible. Reason number 2, ego. The second major roadblock in attracting leads is often rooted in the ego of the business owner, the practice owner, you. There's this notion that merely opening a practice or delivering exceptional results is enough to attract a steady stream of patients, the old believe it and they'll come trick. This belief was summarized by that old adage, like I just said, if I build it, they will come. Only works in a movie. Or the hope that the quality of one's work will speak for itself, prompting patients to spread this word about us like we deserve it. While these ideas might have held some water in the 1980s, when competition was less fierce and marketing channels were not as accessible, even as varied as right now, people were relying on tactics that are totally different. To put it bluntly, what they're relying on in the 1980s compared to now is so differently. And if you rely on 80s techniques right now, that is naive and quite frankly dumb. Now that might seem harsh, but it's a necessary, vital wake-up call. I'm not here to soften this up for you. I'm here to tell you the truth. The landscape of attracting leads has evolved dramatically. In today's digital and social age, countless marketing channels exist. Social media, SEO, email marketing, content marketing, and more. These tools are not just optional, they're essential components. They are absolutely essential tactics, ingredients of a modern marketing strategy. To ignore these resources in favor of a build it and they will come mentality, or I'll just do a good job and people will come to me, it's going to handicap your practice's potential for growth. And also, everyone that's financially dependent upon you, family, they're going to suffer as well. So it's time to toughen up. Holding on to outdated beliefs about lead gen, it doesn't serve you. It doesn't reflect a lack of understanding of current marketing dynamics. It also suggests a certain level of arrogance and ignorance. It implies that one's services are so superior that they transcend the need for marketing, that barely offering a service is enough to guarantee success. So this mindset overlooks the fundamental principle that no matter how outstanding your services are, potential patients must first be aware of your practice before considering your care in the first place. So it flies in the face of reality. The reality is this: deserving leads has little to do with the quality of your services alone, and everything to do with how effectively you market those services. In today's hyper-competitive market, earning leads, getting leads it demands a proactive and systematic approach to marketing. It is not enough to be the best at what you do. It's just not. You also need to be the best at communicating what you do to your future patients. This means implementing a marketing solution, a system that works tirelessly on your behalf, engaging future potential patients where they're most likely to be found, and presenting your practice as that solution to their needs when they do need you. Number 3, not evolving fast enough. In today's fast-paced world, and it's going to only get faster, you could argue marketing isn't just changing, it's evolving at breakneck speed. And as the landscape shifts, the ability to adapt becomes critical for survival and success. Now, the stark reality is that the top 2 to 5% of businesses in any market are always going to dominate, leaving the vast majority to grapple with the scraps of attention and business that's left behind. And the reason they're the top 2 to 5% is because they don't leave things to chance. They have deliberate, intentional strategies in place that put them ahead of their competitors. If your goal is for your business to not just survive but thrive, then being proactive about marketing is not optional, it's an absolute necessity. Listen, if you're on a plane and you knew that your plane was going down, you're not going to hesitate to reach for this oxygen mask and put it on. This sense of urgency should be how your approach to setting up your lead generation is, because it's oxygen for your business. You need to embrace the most popular social media channels, actively engage with your audience, get involved and embrace changes instead of resisting them and resenting them. You can resent gravity if you like, but it still exists. Reason 4, refusing to pay to play. Listen, if you want to make money on the stock market, you got to be in the stock market. If you want to make money in business, listen, it's never been more true than ever. You've got to pay to play. When it comes to marketing on social media platforms, just for example, say Facebook and Instagram, the organic reach that used to exist, which was awesome, it has dwindled significantly, making it next to impossible to get the visibility and the exposure that you need to generate enough leads without investing in paid advertising. And this shift, it's not incidental, by the way, and it's not going anywhere. It's a reflection of the platform's business model, which obviously is prioritized paid content so that these platforms can make more money. So investing in paid advertising on the platforms like Facebook and Instagram, it's a must if you're serious about lead generation and growth. You've got to pay to play. You have to adopt a mindset that marketing expenses, they're not costs, they're investments in growth. Making money on the stock market and succeeding in marketing share this common thread. Active participation, strategic investment. If you do those two things, you're going to reap the rewards over the long game. Reason 5, lack of commitment to content creation. Attention is the new currency, and you've got to be committed to creating new content. The biggest mistake that I see practice owners making with this is thinking that content creation is a task you can simply check off this list and then consider it's done, or hand over to somebody else. It's a commitment. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Hey, I'm here doing my content right now. I could hire people to do this. I've got a massive team, 50 people on my team. I do it myself. I am committed. You need to have a systemized approach to producing it, which leads to ongoing leads, not just sporadic content creation efforts. As a result, most people, they prematurely throw in the towel because they're not committed. They're convinced content marketing is ineffective. They give up too early. Systemize your content creation so that way it's going to remove all this overwhelm. It's going to make producing content not just manageable but fun. This could involve batching content creation, automating parts of the distribution process, or even outsourcing certain tasks to focus on your strengths. Now, whatever your strategy is, the goal is to maintain a steady stream of content that keeps your audience engaged and informed and you at the forefront in their world. The truth is this, content marketing, it's a long game. I've been playing it a long while now. I think it's 310 episodes I've done on my podcast. You might only start seeing significant returns in say 3 to 12 months from now. But those who understand this and stick with it, they're gonna be massively rewarded. My own experience, like I said, with producing 310 plus podcast episodes serves as an example of this. The return on investment for our business and brand has been nothing short of phenomenal. But it didn't happen overnight. That's 5 years worth of podcasting. It was a result of unwavering commitment to the long game of content marketing. Every episode contributed to building a library of this really valuable content that not only showcased and shared our expertise with you guys, but also builds up a lot of trust with you guys over time because I keep showing up and keep over-delivering. Now, this trust translates into brand loyalty and ultimately more leads and more clients for your business when you do the same thing that we're doing. Traditional advertising, listen, is great. Content marketing builds this durable asset for your business. By planning your content strategy, setting a consistent publishing schedule, sticking to it, what you're doing is you're laying down these bricks, this really strong foundation, one brick at a time that builds a path for your audience directly to your business. So those are the 5 biggest reasons you might not be getting enough leads for your business to grow at the level of scale you want. And what you should do right now is identify one or even more of these areas. Start with one and stick to it. Identify the 80-20 and think, which one of these would make the biggest impact for me? think about that and go for it. Now, once you've decided which one that is and you need help with it, check out my free resources. Keep consuming my podcast. Make sure you apply these lessons, or heck, even reach out. Let's have a conversation. We want to over deliver for you for free. If you want to ask about our services, we'd be delighted to walk you through how we may be of assistance for you as well. And if you feel like you're ready to get started, but you just need the right strategy, our automated patients on demand system, it's been the answer now for literally over 2,500 practice owners. It could be just the trick for you as well. It's already preloaded. In fact, it's preloaded with every proven, winning, and highly profitable ad, email, social media post, and more. So you can just deploy effective marketing in just a couple of clicks. In fact, it works so well, we even guarantee the extra lead flow that you're gonna get. It is literally that powerful. You're gonna absolutely love it. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd love to invite you to book a conversation by having a chat with my team. Just click the link around here or DM me with the word demo, and we will organize a demo call. We'll create a custom roadmap for your practice based on your needs. And then we'll even do a demo of our automated patients on demand system. So you can check it out and you will see exactly how it could work for you and the sort of results that you would get. So if that sounds interesting, DM me with the word demo. I'll hook you up. We'll fast track your growth. See you on the inside.